Welcome to Rabbit Hole Theories. In this segment, we tackle the most controversial issues one can think of and examine what's really going on behind them. We juxtapose opposing ideas and people against one another in a civil manner, with respect and empathy. We help you understand the social construct of all the boxes and labels in life, and we discuss controversial issues one could think of. Join us as we step outside the box where we tell you what we think, not what you should think. Today on Rabbit Hole Theories, we will explore the potential issues and manipulation that may arise in religious groups. It is essential to be cognizant of these potential risks and to make informed decisions when joining a religious society in campus. Let us take a closer look at this issue together. At Nerds Media, we raise your standards. Why religious fanatics are more dangerous than gang members, the subtle destruction. Parents, are you aware of the potential danger religious fanatics may present to naive teenagers? They may be equally dangerous as gang members. These religious groups have immense power and influence in our society, both politically and economically, giving them the capacity to cause immense devastation. And their activities are often disguised as good deeds, making it difficult to detect their malicious undertakings. Let us open up candid and comprehensive discussions with the youth, to make informed decisions about the company they keep. Failing to do so would be a failure of your duty as responsible and conscientious parents. My first-hand experience with religious fanatics at university was an eye-opener. My parents had warned to avoid bad company, but never mentioned religious extremists. These individuals created a false sense of security, luring naive converts to give up possessions, host leaders free of charge and even commit to religious obligations, often to the detriment of their studies. When people have a strong belief in religion, they may be more likely to trust religious leaders and institutions without question. This trust can make it easier for these leaders and institutions to manipulate and exploit individuals and communities, whether it is through financial means, manipulation of beliefs, or even abuse of power. This is particularly true when there is a lack of transparency and accountability within the religious organization. Additionally, in some cases, religious leaders may take advantage of the emotional and psychological vulnerability of their followers, using their authority to control and exploit them. This can also happen in cult-like settings where the leader is highly charismatic and can manipulate the members to do his will. The subtle destruction religious folks can cause. Exploitation of emotions. Fellow nerds, it is a well-known fact that religious leaders possess a certain je ne sais quoi, a certain charisma, if you will, that allows them to exert a certain level of control over their followers. And, alas, some of these leaders may not be above exploiting the emotions of young students for their own gain. Fear and guilt, my dears, are powerful tools that can be wielded with great finesse by these individuals. It is not difficult to envision a scenario in which an individual in a position of authority uses threats to control and manipulate their followers. In such a scenario, the authority figure may assert that failure to strictly adhere to their every word could result in dire life consequences, including loneliness, poverty, and persistent bad luck. The mere thought of such a fate is enough to send shivers down one's spine, is it not? And, once this seed of fear has been planted, it can be used to control and manipulate individuals, leading them to give away their hard-earned money, their precious time, and, in some cases, even their personal freedom, all in the name of obedience. It is a sad state of affairs, my dears, but one that must be acknowledged. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance that we remain vigilant and question the actions and motives of those who hold authority. For, as the wise old adage goes, eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. Manipulation of perceptions. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to paint a picture for you. Imagine a group of young, impressionable college students, eager to explore and discover the world around them. And then, imagine a group of religious fanatics, lurking in the shadows, waiting to prey upon these unsuspecting students. These fanatics, my friends, are masters of manipulation, using propaganda and disinformation to control and influence the beliefs of these students. The result, my dears, is nothing short of tragic. These students, once bright and full of potential, become isolated from their friends and family. They may even become estranged from society at large, consumed by a fanaticism that clouds their judgment and distorts their perception of reality. It is a cautionary tale, my friends, of the dangers of blindly following those who claim to have all the answers. The risks faced by involved parties. Financial struggles. Religious groups often rely on financial contributions to remain operational, but the subtle language used to request these donations can create pressure and serious repercussions for those who cannot comply. This can be especially difficult for those with low income, forcing them to choose between meeting their religious obligations and taking care of themselves. Worse still, it can result in individuals falling into debt, with long-term negative consequences for their credit and financial well-being, and even ostracism from their religious group. It is clear that the financial burden created by uncontrolled groups can have a profound and damaging impact on loved ones' life. Mental health struggles. Religious manipulation can have a damaging effect on mental health, causing individuals to become isolated from reality and society. Depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, are all potential outcomes. Depression is a heavy burden, marked by sadness, helplessness, and a lack of enjoyment in activities. Anxiety is an intense, involuntary feeling of worry, fear, or unease. PTSD develops after trauma and may lead to flashbacks, nightmares, and avoidance of certain situations. The emotional and psychological damage inflicted through religious manipulation may take years to heal, even after leaving the group. How people can avoid being manipulated by nascent religions. Understand what you're signing up for. Prior to having a loved one join any group in college, it is crucial to educate them on the importance of conducting due diligence. This includes researching the group's history, beliefs, and practices in order to understand their values, goals, and how they operate. It is also essential to train them to be aware of any potential issues, such as a history of financial exploitation or abuse. It is important for loved ones to have a clear understanding of the group's history, beliefs, and practices to help them identify any warning signs and understand the decision to join. Open and honest communication with loved ones is vital to ensure they can provide the necessary support. Teach your children to be aware of the group's recruitment tactics and financial demands, and be cautious of high-pressure or manipulative tactics. Most importantly, ensure that the group is not promoting isolation from loved ones or asking for excessive financial contributions or personal possessions. By taking the time to thoroughly research the group and having open and honest conversations with loved ones, a well-informed decision can be made with the necessary support in place. But fear not, my dears. For with knowledge comes power. And by remaining vigilant, questioning the actions and motives of those who seek to control and manipulate us, we can protect ourselves from the machinations of fanatics and other nefarious actors. So let us raise a glass to truth and reason, and to the power of the human mind to see through the fog of disinformation and propaganda. If you found this information valuable, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our content. Your support helps us to continue to provide valuable information and resources on this and other important topics. Thank you and take care.